Okay, guys, and welcome back to And Then There Were None. Last time, we were sneaking around the mansion in the middle of the night, creep. And now it's time for breakfast, so let's go see if there's breakfast for us. Storm is still not letting up.
If what Narracott told Vera is true, and mind you, I take anything he says with a grain of salt, then they will not be sending a boat until at least Monday, even if the storm clears.
Wise to remember, Narracott's the odd man out here.
Yes, thanks to you, I believe, Blore.
At least nothing else has occurred.
I hope you are correct, Miss Claythorne. However, I feel compelled to draw your attention to this table's centerpiece.
Now two are broken.
Another one's gone.
How odd.
Ah, Mr. Narracott, good morning. Since Mr. Marsden won't be joining us, there is an extra place for breakfast, although breakfast itself seems to be a trifle behind schedule.
I'm afraid there is no breakfast at present. Mrs. Rogers has not been able to carry on this morning.
What's the matter with the woman? I was promised fresh apple juice this morning.
No breakfast?
I must tell you a sad piece of news. Mrs. Rogers died in her sleep.
Oh, shit. Alright, well. Excuse me. Let's see if anyone knows anything about Mrs. Rogers.
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
She was a very skittish creature. And she had a shock last night. It might have been heart failure.
Her heart certainly failed to beat. What caused it to fail is the question.
Did you hear anything in the night?
No, my sleep was quite restful.
A pleasure as always, Miss Claythorne.
Oh. She didn't hear me. That's good. Didn't hear us skulking around. Let's talk to him.
You're a detective, Mr. Blore. Any theories?
I appreciate you recognizing the fact there's a professional present. I'd like to know what she had to eat or drink last night before she collapsed.
Rogers assures me she had nothing whatsoever.
Of course he would say that. But see here. They've done a murder and gotten away with it. Now she's all hysterical, likely to give the show away. She's a danger to her husband. That's what she is.
I don't buy it, mate.
I should hardly think a man would do that to his wife.
You said you knew something about the history of this island.
Most of the old stuff can be found in the library. Its more recent history is just as interesting, though. But I'm not inclined to divulge that just yet.
Thanks, Blore.
Okay.
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
I'm sure Mrs. Rogers wasn't to blame. A good, loyal woman.
Did you hear anything in the night?
I thought I heard a voice calling my name. My wife, she died several years ago. I expect it was a dream.
General, you said you thought you recognized Lombard.
Did I? Yes, I expect I did. But I fail to see what business it might be of yours.
I am indebted to you for your help, General
Jeez, okay
Mackenzie.
then.
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
Conscience.
What do you mean by that?
She was accused, together with her husband, of having deliberately murdered her former employer, an old lady.
Oh, shit.
You all saw her last night. She broke down completely.
Yeah, well,
the shock of her
all-
wickedness brought home to her was too much to bear. She literally died of fear.
Possibly, if there was cardiac weakness.
Call it, if you prefer, an act of God.
Thank you, Miss Brent.
We've all been accused of something, Miss Brent. Let's not forget that, shall we?
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
We know that she consumed something last night. Dr. Armstrong told us so.
I, Mr. Lombard?
You gave her a sedative.
A small dose of Trianol, nothing more.
Doctors have made mistakes before.
You're suggesting I accidentally gave Mrs. Rogers an overdose?
Accidentally or otherwise. One death may have been an accident or suicide, but two in the space of a few hours?
Simply outrageous, man of my standing.
Any more questions, Mr. Narracott?
Did you hear anything in the night?
I'm a very light sleeper. In future, I hope everyone will bear that in mind. Yes, several times I heard something.
You didn't investigate?
With a judge, a detective, and an amateur sleuth in the house, you hardly need my poor skills in that line. I prefer to keep watch.
The hunter in his blind?
A good analogy, Judge.
Okay. Yeah.
You said you recognized Owen's voice.
I've had time to think it over, and I'm sure I did. I see no reason to share that information with you.
That'll be all, Mr. Lombard.
None of them trust me yet, so I'm guessing they won't give me any info.
What was the cause of death?
Impossible to say offhand.
There must be an autopsy.
I certainly couldn't give a certificate without one.
When did you find out?
Rogers roused me at first light. He'd gotten up to light the stove and see to the power generator before waking her. When she didn't respond, he got me.
See.
Can you tell when she died?
Without an autopsy, not for certain, but it must have been some hours ago. The body was, quite cold.
Did you hear anything in the night?
No, although it appears I should have.
That is all for now, Dr. Armstrong.
Lastly,
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death, Judge?
I'm afraid it confirms my opinion that there is something very wrong on this island.
Oh,
it occurs
yeah.
to me that if these two deaths were not suicides or accidents, that Mr. Owen may very well be responsible. If so, he is almost certainly on this island somewhere.
I agree. I think we should find a way off this island immediately.
100%.
Did you hear anything in the night?
I confess I slept fitfully. Marsden's death, the storm, but I heard nothing. Possibly also due to the storm.
Understandable, Judge. Quite understandable.
Mr. Narracott, can your boat be repaired?
I doubt very seriously it can be
No way,
repaired.
yeah.
Mr. Blore did a good job.
Steady on. I didn't know then how the land lay, did I?
Yeah,
So
no,
you
you
say.
didn't.
If you find a means of leaving the island or of signaling the mainland, I'm sure we would all be in your debt.
And I'm sure all of us would help in any way we could.
Here, we're never going to leave the island. None of us are ever going to leave.
What were you hinting at concerning Marston's politics?
Only that he'd become mixed up with some foreigners. I think that's all I'd better say at present.
Thank you kindly, Judge.
Chapter 3. 8 little sailor boys traveling in Devon. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7.
Alright, here we go. Chapter 3.
Rogers didn't let his wife's death get in the way of his custodial duties. I assume everyone has gone off on their own pursuits. I should do the same.
Yes, we shall. So, where should we go first? Maybe let's talk to Rogers. There he is. Poor Rogers.
Hello, Rogers.
Hello, sir. Was there anything you required?
Just looking around. That ham looks good.
Mrs. Rogers had a way with hams. Baked, boiled, fried, pickled, en casserole. Always a treat.
Ah,
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary since you arrived
aside
here,
from all
Rogers?
the...
Just this, sir. This house is more like a museum than a residence. I've dusted every square inch, and I've found articles left behind by many previous owners, including the Robsons, that actress, and even the Admiralty. The only owners who seem to have left no mark at all are Mr. and Mrs. Owen.
Yeah, interesting.
When will dinner be ready?
8 o'clock, sir, or close to it.
I appreciate your candor, Mr. Rogers.
Poor guy. Ooh, take this. I think we should. Is it a wire basket? Fruit basket made of copper wire. Sounds good to have. Alright, let's look around the house. There's a break in the rain, we can go outside. I think so. Let's go outside and have a look. Okay. Alright, let's talk to Miss Brent.
Nice to have a break in the weather, although I don't expect it will last.
You don't seem concerned by the 2 deaths.
I remember a text
point.
that hung in my nursery as a child. Be sure thy sin will find thee out.
So in some way, Marston's and Mrs. Rogers' sins have found them out?
Of course. I have nothing to fear. I've committed no sin. You, if your story is true, have only been protecting your brother. God's law understands such a loving gesture, even if man's law does not.
That's very comforting. Yeah, what are you knitting?
What are you knitting?
A shawl for my
shit.
niece.
It's quite subdued for a girl, isn't it?
A man would say that, of course. She is a
Come on.
modest child, and decent. These colors are most appropriate.
Have you seen Rogers?
He's in the kitchen, I think, preparing a cold supper.
Good day, Miss Brent.
We have a map, right? Do we have a map? I don't know why, I thought we had a map of some kind. Oh god, I am blocking that, aren't I? Oh, what's happened? I'll fix that up on the next episode. Okay, never mind. We don't have a map. Let's go this way. Gives us a chance to explore the place now. It's a break in the weather. To the right. That takes us back to there. So we'll go this way. God, the music is good in this game. Love the soundtrack. We can suss this out. Surely there's something useful. Yeah, what's this?
Let me examine this further.
Oh shit. It's from Owen. Empty promises. Dark memories haunting you? The fuel for pleasant course must be found, or all lies in ruins. Take that. Nice little lantern there.
I can't walk around carrying an axe. They'll lock me up, or worse.
What about the shovel? That we can walk around with though. That's not this psycho just walking around with a shovel. Bucket. Every adventure game needs a good bucket. Take that. And ooh, we can take this ladder. Where's he keeping all this? Oh, that's great. Why is this redacted? What's going on here?
The generator seems to be working fine.
It's redacted there. That's weird. Anyway. As long as it's working fine. It's a little confusing. A little confusing there. So like, going this way, that goes back to the house, so we go left. Left. Because that's the way we went, so we'll go this way. What? But here, hose. Put that with our ladder in our pocket. That takes us back there. Okay. Should take us back to the front of the house there. Doing that.
Impressive. Not exactly my style, though.
What about down here? Oh yeah, this looks good.
Maybe Owen has wings and is perched someplace we can't reach.
Or swimming around out there with the fish.
Hello, lads.
You think you'll find Owen?
If he's here, we'll find him.
Why don't you split up?
I suggested that.
The island isn't that big. I felt it was good to stick together to be sure every inch has been covered.
Have you seen Vera?
Miss Claythorne was up on Ship Rock when we searched up there.
Ship Rock, huh?
Have you seen the General?
He was down on that little beach to the south of Ship Rock. He's definitely gaga, if you ask me.
Like he was in a trance, talking to his wife, asking her forgiveness. Creepy. He sent that Richmond fellow to his death for playing up to the missus. Make no mistake about that.
You look tired.
Miss Claythorne's concern for my well-being moves me far more than yours, Narrowcut. But thanks all the same.
Hey, you know what? That's fair. Okay?
Any conclusions?
I'll take that.
Only that I'm damn glad I brought this along.
Whoa!
You have a gun?
What the fuck?
Why didn't you say something?
I would have used it if necessary.
Still, I don't like it very much.
Well, I don't care very much.
Any idea how we can get off the island?
When I was... well, a friend of mine, actually. When he was in the army, he saw a new parachute design that allowed you to steer. If you like, I can draw you a plan to construct a parachute like the one he saw.
That would be splendid.
Thank you. One parachute
Serious?
per order. It's pretty crude, but I think you'll get the idea. I added a list of materials, too.
Thanks. Thanks for your time, Mr. Longbourn.
Oh, we're actually gonna craft a fucking hang glider. Okay. I'm shotty not testing. That must be Ship Rock. Definitely gotta be Ship Rock up there. That'd be the little beach.
That cliff is surely the highest point on the island.
Up, down, beach. Let's go up and see if there's still up there. Now, isn't that just one of the eeriest things you've ever seen?
It seems so close. As if I could almost jump across and leave this island behind me.
I'd hate for you to jump, Miss Claythorne. I'd miss you.
I think I'd miss you too.
Whoa, okay, Narracott.
Think someone on shore could see us?
If they used a telescope like the one on the patio outside my room, I expect they might.
Oh, yeah, that... Surely that's still there, no one will take that.
What do you think of Lombard?
I think he's like last night's storm. Dark and wild and possibly dangerous.
But you like him even so?
I love storms.
What kind of question is, have you ever been in love at a time like this?
Have you ever been in love?
I thought I was. I thought I could do anything for him.
Happened?
What happened?
I'd rather not talk about it, if you don't mind.
Fair enough. Should not have asked the question.
I'm sorry the job here didn't work out for you.
It was only temporary. I want to be a teacher, not a secretary. I want another chance to teach more than anything in the world.
Tell me about yourself.
Mr. Narracott, would you think me terribly rude if I just wanted to stand here and look at the scenery before the next storm closes in?
No, I'm sorry I bothered you.
Oh, you didn't bother me. Quite the contrary. But now I'd just like to enjoy the scenery.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, no problem. Enjoy the scenery. To go off here too, but Colonel's down on the beach, so let's go speak to him. Is it Colonel, right? Seagull friend? Oh.
The waves are crashing here with particular violence.
It's all pixelated. Is that all pixelated? It didn't render it properly. There he is. We check these settings. Oh, settings are as high as they can be. General.
Nice peaceful spot you found for yourself, sir.
There is so little time. So little time.
I'm making a tour of the island, so to speak.
Quite the adventurer, aren't you?
Have you seen anything that might be useful to us?
You don't understand. You don't understand at all. I'm not sorry I came here. No, it was time. I'm content at last. It feels very strange to come to the end, not have to go on. I know now I will never leave. That's peace. Real peace.
I am indebted to you for your help, General Mackenzie.
That shit is creepy. I understand what he's saying, but ooh, that's creepy. Let's check more of the island out. Let's go. Jumping the gun a little bit. Hopefully we can save him. Bees. Take an apple. Take the whole fucking bunch. A basket of fermented apples. Oh, Lombard's plans. Let's have a look at these.
It's Lombard's plan for building a parachute. I'll copy it into my notebook.
Ah, that book I'm blocking. Let me read it to you guys. Okay, to construct Lombard's parachute, I'm going to need silk sheets sewn together, various lengths of rope, a leather harness, 3 metal struts, quite a bit of luck. Not to mention some high ground to launch from. Okay, well,
I need to subdue the bees first. They'll do me in for sure if I disrupt their artificial home.
okay, we need a smoke off. Let's go straight. Continue going straight. Man, this island's bigger than you think. Ooh, there's the apple.
There are some suitable looking apples up near the top of this tree, but I can't reach them.
What if I use a ladder? Ah ha ha. There we go. Let's do that. Get some nice apples. For some reason. He took the whole tree. Basket of fresh, basket of fermented. Make some cider with the fermented ones.
Goats. They look hungry.
Do they want an apple?
I don't think that's appropriate.
Nothing else to give them. Oh, they want the wheel of cheese? No.
This thicket is rife with thorns. I can't get through it.
Okay. Thickets. Let's go this way. Another goat. Oh, trying to ram me.
That goat is a menace.
Let's head back to the house. We'll leave that episode there. Come back and continue our meanderings, investigations, our explorations. Made some progress though. We have looked around this island a fair bit. Is there another place I haven't looked? This way. Let's quickly look this way. Why is it redacted?
It's an old windmill. Impossible to say what it powers, if
It's
anything.
annoying. But it happens, I guess. Shit. The house. Go this way. Beach. Yeah. Alright. Oh. We'll head back to the house. We'll leave it there and we'll come back. Oh, look at that. It takes me into the study. Alright. Well, I'm going to leave that one there. Thanks for watching, guys. Back into the series again. I know you guys have heard that a million times, but I'm back in this series now. I'm also starting another little series that should be up maybe at the same time this is. It's either going to be up at the same time this is or in 2 days, so look out for that one. And yeah, the streams are every Sunday, Australian Eastern Standard Time at around 8 PM. And yeah, just, subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a like, ring the bell on so you can keep up with everything. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.